Max, Forest fan. That was a hard one to take for you boys today.
Yeah, but I don't think we deserved anything, to be perfectly honest. I just don't think... I just was just saying then to some friends, I just don't think that Forest have got any real desire at the minute, real fight. I've just struggled to see where the next point's coming from. Yes, we've got a tough run in, but you see teams like fellow relegation teams like Bournemouth and maybe Everton up until a few games ago that have shown a bit of fight against the top 6 teams. Forest haven't done that.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the downfall is going to be. I don't think we've got any attacking threat. I think Morgan Gibbs-White and Brennan Johnson are the only 2 players that could probably score for Forest. Do they? Not at the moment. We haven't won in 10 games now. I mean, it is not looking good. Realistically, Forest are going to get relegated 100%, but you just never know. I suppose we live in hope that maybe the gods above might save us.
That's it. Like you said, there's plenty there down there all losing. In terms of this game today, did you see that as a chance with the amount of injuries United have got?
Possibly. I was speaking to a United mate and kind of living up in Manchester as well. Everyone said, look, if there's a time that you're going to beat us and players, it's probably the right time to do so now. We didn't capitalise on that. We created nothing really. De Gea didn't really make a save. When United were on the attack, there's players for Forest like Dennis that are jogging back. You know, I don't like to single out players, but there's definitely some players in that Forest team this season that have got no fight compared to when last season, yes, we were in the Championship. Yes, it's a completely different ball game to the Premier League, but you've got players that had a bit of desire and had a bit of fight, and we managed to beat Arsenal and hold Liverpool for 70 minutes in the Cup. More than kind of we've done this season really against the top 6 teams.
That's it. In terms of United, well, we are a United channel, so I'm going to ask you a United question there. Just a bit in a little bit, sorry, but who stood out for you in a white shirt today? Your pause is really giving me confidence for myself.
Yeah, do you know what? That's the interesting part, is that Forest probably, United didn't really get out of second gear. I just don't think Forest showed anything. I think probably Martial, to be fair, up until he was brought off. Thought he had a good game. Fernandes, as always. I think Fernandes is a player that can wind another team up really well. He did that.
He's the type of player you want in your team, but you hate to play against.
Exactly that. And someone that almost Forest need in the team a bit at the minute, because no one seems to... I think Forest sometimes, and this is no disrespect to United or any other top 6 teams, because it's another level, but when they come to the City Ground, or Forest have gone to Old Trafford before, you show teams sometimes too much respect, Forest do, and that's something we've massively failed on this season, and probably will come back to bite us. I just think we show teams so much respect, and don't know where the next point's coming from.
That's it. I mean, hey, you've been decent at home. You have actually you've actually beaten a few good teams here. You've not really lost that many. I can think of Newcastle and us post World Cup that you've lost here. Yeah. Is that the main concern? We held City to a 1-1 draw when City were kind of high in form. I just think what it was we had a really a good turning point after the World Cup, and then it's almost like since we beat Leeds at home, it's all gone wrong. I can't quite put my finger on it. Forest have 11 players out injured, which is a crazy number. But in terms of the recruitment, I think January was a real chance for Forest to strengthen and almost utilise that window to get some really good players and to keep us up. But we didn't do that. You've got Chris Wood and Ayew that are both signed, both almost proven strikers. They've got 1 goal between them. Yeah. It isn't a good stat. There is no goal scorer for Forest apart from Brennan Johnson, and even he's been quiet the last few games. Yeah, I thought he was disappointing today. He was nullified down that side. I mean, again, it was a chance.
I think United set up right. I think United's game plan, to be fair, Ten Hag set up right, but Forest never offered anything and didn't offered enough to even match United. So I think I just think it's a really positive result for you guys. Gives you maybe a bit of confidence back after the midweek game you had, and obviously ended up drawing 2-2. I just think, it's interesting because you go from supporting a Championship team that's high flying, and Forest were going to get automatic promotion at one point when he just fell into the playoffs in the last few games, to now fighting for relegation. It's just a contrast of emotions. It's hard to describe. But I think the fans, Forest fans in particular, have been shocked at the strength of quality, the complete different step up. It's a completely different game in the Premier League, and if Forest do go down, it's going to be an even tougher challenge to come back up.
Before you go, finishing position for United and Forest, tough one.
For United, I do think you'll finish 3rd, but possibly 4th. No, in fact, I'm going to say 4th. Forest, I do think we'll get relegated. I think Forest will just finish in the bottom 3.
Nice one. Cheers.
Nice one. Thanks, mate.